night of joy for club called Eintracht Frankfurt, at least winning that particular cup, Europa League, celebrating against Rangers of Scotland. It was a night that cost the team from Rangers a lot of cry because they were thinking they would actually lift that particular cup, but it turned out to be the time of German team Eintracht lifting that particular cup there. Congrats to the team and to the entire squad of Eintracht Frankfurt. Welcome you on 360 Sports on Trust TV. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Where we'll be looking at a lot of stories in the world of sports. As we celebrate Eintracht Frankfurt, we also celebrate Nigeria. And starting from Scrabble, where Nigerian Eta Karo wins West African Scrabble Championship over there in Ghana, precisely in Accra. The team Nigeria, they traveled to Ghana for Scrabble and they were able to win the competition. Congrats to the entire squad. Nigeria actually come first, second, and third, and we are celebrating them. But Nigeria actually won the event. Eta Karo winning about 1,117 points to lift the trophy, representing Nigeria in this competition. 5 nations, Nigeria, Ghana, Benin Republic, and other teams that joined them. Well, they competed, but Nigeria scooped this particular competition where right now we are the best in West Africa. And also to let you know that Jigere Wellington, African champion, is also among the players that participated in that competition. And also we have an undergraduate who participated from University of Lagos. He came third, celebrating Nigerian Scrabble player, Team Nigeria, over there in Ghana. Joining me to talk sport is Ibrahim Yusuf. Good to have you, Ibrahim.
Always nice to be here, Denny.
And you look sporty, right? You're celebrating German.
Yes, Eintracht
Frankfurt.
Eintracht Frankfurt did a very good one.
Good one for that team. At least they were able to win, even though it was on penalty shootout. I saw that Eintracht Frankfurt really showed class this season. Looking at when they bundled out Barcelona, that's when it begins. People started looking at that team. That this team just watch out for them, and they did it stylishly. But let's leave that aside. Now I was talking about Scrabble earlier on. That Team Nigeria went to Ghana. Recently, the president of Nigerian Scrabble Federation was here. He talked about Nigeria competing in Ghana for the first time. It was the debut edition of this competition, and we were able to be at least the first country to win it. We even came first, second, and third. Among them, we have an undergraduate. So at least to some extent now, the chance that an undergraduate competed for Nigeria and he came third, that's a good one.
Yes, it is a good one. But you see, the thing is, Scrabble is not something lots of people don't even consider Scrabble to be a sport. You understand? People just think it's something that you play as a pastime and that's that. It's not really taking that seriously and how it should be. But there are lots of tournaments, lots of Scrabble tournaments, lots of international points being won and all that. So it's a very good thing that we are taking it seriously here in Nigeria, and we're actually able to do that and go to this particular tournament and win it as being the inaugural champions and having a clean sweep 1, 2, and 3. It's no mean feat. The only thing is right now we've actually set a standard. You understand? So subsequent tournaments, exactly, for subsequent tournaments. So we're going to have to maintain that at least, or even go further.
We have to build on it, but for now, Nigeria is actually #1 in West Africa. Also, if you think Scrabble in Africa, think of Nigeria. That sport, we really know how to at least do that particular sport. But to also let you know that when it comes to Scrabble in the world, Nigeria is a force to be reckoned with. Good one there, Nigeria, Team Nigeria performing well, excellently well over there in Accra, Ghana in Scrabble. Now let's talk about wrestling. Well, Nigerian contingent also, as we speak right now, they are on their way to move straight to Morocco, where they'll be competing in the African Championship in Morocco. Well, the good thing is that the Team Nigeria, they'll be led by 2 coaches, Coach Purity Akko and also Kodia. They will be leading them to Morocco to compete in this competition. Although we are the defending champions and we are showing class, except for the likes of Tunisia who want to give us a run for our money. But really, Nigeria have been very dominant when it comes to this particular sport called wrestling. Well, Daniel Igali, the president of that federation, is doing everything possible to make sure Nigerians actually participated well. Let's look at the list of the contingent we have for women. Let's start with the women list quickly. Blessing Obrodu will be competing for Nigeria in the 68kg category. Odunayo Adekoroye, 59kg. Hannah Ruben, 76kg. You have Sumisola Balogun, 65. Esther Kolawole, Christiana Ogunsoya, Messi Adekoroye. You have in the 53kg category, Ebi Biogos. And you have Jimoke Adekoye, Patience Opponent. They will all be competing for Nigeria in all the category from 68 to 62, 55, 72, and also 53 kilogram category. Those are the women. We have 10 of them. And for men, we have 3. Ogbonna John in 74 kilogram. You have a Bike Nemo Wilson, and you have a Bere Keme Agelmo, who will be competing for Nigeria in 86 kilogram category. 13 of them right now already. They will be moving straight to Jadida in Morocco to compete at the African Championship. Defending champion we are actually, but we want to see how we can also retain that championship. I think from the way it is right now, it seems Nigerian sport is really doing well, really, to be candid. It's just that, you know, the attention is always so focused on football. A lot of people don't know that something like this really exists.
Yes, you see, the problem sometimes we have is that most of these sports don't have the required publicity. Maybe it's because of the associations managing it. They don't package it very well. There's the issue of branding also comes in as well. But they don't get the required publicity. So we don't even know what we're doing in Scrabble. We don't know what we're doing in wrestling, boxing, other sports, you understand? We seem to be doing quite well. Sometimes we don't even know how good we actually are until we do something fantastic, and that's when you hear the story. Yes, Nigeria has done this and that, but we don't even know. We don't get to see the build-up. We don't know how it actually went down. So I think it's all a question of branding our sports associations, making these sports very, very attractive to people, because definitely, you know, when you talk about sports in Nigeria, the first thing everybody thinks about is football. Exactly. And if the Eagles are not doing well, as far as everybody is concerned, Nigeria is not doing well in sports, you know.
And they're like the flag bearer of our sport.
Exactly, exactly. They're the centerpiece of Nigerian sports. So that's the problem. So I think other associations need to step up to the fore. Rebrand your own sports associations. Make sure that you give it the required publicity so that people can actually know exactly what you're doing and the kind of successes that we're having in other sports as well, apart from football.
I love the fact that if you look at Nigerian contingent now to this competition, they actually won it last time, so they want to also retain it. Although all of them have been speaking, Brodudu say, well, okay, we know how world class she is. At least she won silver at the Olympics. She wants to show her class over there in this 69 category. You have Odwen Adekoroye, world class, who has gone to so many competitions, champion in Africa. You have Agiomo Ebekeremo, who was also a star in his own category. And the fact that we have 13 of them and expect a lot of medals from these 13 athletes that have been picked, the wrestlers. I love the fact that we've turned this around when it comes to wrestling, Scrabble, weightlifting, table tennis, and you have to talk about this athletes. You cannot just always focus on football. That's why, just like you said, it's not until they win. We have to begin to follow them, even as they are moving around, as they prosecute all their games or events, give them that attention that they deserve. Media need to do a lot by pushing these athletes, by rolling whatever they are doing out. Is it grassroots? Is it national, continental, or international? Just to give a boost to what Nigerian athletes are doing out there. Those abroad, those at home, whatever they are doing. Just recently, Favor Ofili, she did so well in athletics in US.
Exactly.
She won 100 meters, 200 meters. And a lot of people don't really know.
Exactly, but a lot of people didn't even know who she was. You understand? Because there was no background to it. We didn't know that we actually had an athlete like that doing things like this. It was when she won those things and those records were broken down, and everybody started shouting about it. But we didn't know that we didn't have the background to it.
And this lady has been, she started in the junior category for Nigeria.
Exactly.
Compete for Nigeria in a junior category in Kenya, senior.
So that is like a direct indictment on the AFN, because they didn't actually showcase what we had. When we talk about developing Nigerian sports, we talk about going back to the grassroots, doing these things from the grassroots, building from the ground up. You understand? Things like wrestling, things like Scrabble, things like athletics. We have to have grassroots competitions, grassroots tournaments that actually bring out these talents that we have so that we can nurture them. If these competitions are actually going on, we don't even know. If we have this tournament in place, we don't even know, because the publicity is not there. You just made mention of the media giving adequate coverage, but the media needs to be pointed in the right direction. You need to tell me that I'm doing this, so then it's up to me to go and cover it or not. But if you just fold your arms and you go and you do whatever it is you want to do, and you don't tell anybody about it, then definitely nobody will know. you know, and that is why people will keep saying that we only celebrate the failures, because that's what we hear about. We don't hear all the effort that you put into doing what you need to do. So I think it's time for other sports associations, apart from the NFF, to actually put their sports out there, rebrand them, make them attractive, get media coverage, put the spotlight on them so that people can know exactly what you're doing when you're doing it, not only when things go terribly wrong or when you do something very good that will get to hear it.
We will all be trying our best to make sure we push Nigerian sport. That's why we always want to talk more concerning our own. Well, the foreigners won't do our sport for us. We just have to do our own. And the media need to push Nigerian sport more, even though we are so acquainted with foreign sport. But really, local sport is very interesting. Grassroots sport development is one of those focus that Nigeria needs to really focus on, because we have to develop our own. Now, let's move away from, we've talked about Scrabble, we've talked wrestling, now let's talk football. But this time around, women football, Super 6, taking place in Benin City. The matches have been ongoing, but right now as we speak, Nasarawa Amazons are also, they are playing their game against Delta Queens as we speak right now. Well, Nigeria will be playing Rivers Angels later, and Bayelsa Queens will also be following suit to play against Edo Queens. It's going to be South-South derby there. Although they are fighting for the Super 6, who wins this league this season? After all, the 6 teams qualify for from their bridge league that was run earlier. Now the 6 teams will be fighting. They've been playing. They played two matches, and now there's the 3rd game so far. But the game between Nasarawa Amazon and Nigeria Test that was declared a walkover for Nasarawa Amazon has been rescheduled. That okay, because of issue of kits and all that has been settled. They have to play that game again. But for now, those are the fixtures for today.
But I think for situations like this, before they actually declared the walkover, I think there should have been some sort of investigation.
No, that was a mix-up there, because they were supposed to. There was a sponsor came up to sponsor the Super 6 league, and they have a sponsorship deal. But Nigeria said, okay, we have a deal with another company. We cannot wear this one, because if we wear it, it will look, okay, we are now against the rules of...
So that's the thing. So the game should have just been rescheduled, because it wasn't like they should refuse to turn up just because they didn't want to turn up. You understand?
A lot of issues there before it was settled. But just that I noticed at times things that can actually be settled easily will turn it to be a big issue.
A big deal. You understand? Because sometimes it's all about communication. We don't sit down, we don't talk about other things, and we
just go out there to display some
exactly. And at the end of the day, you make terrible mistakes like this one. You understand? But it's actually a good thing, since it has been rectified, the issue has been resolved, and now we have the game has been rescheduled. This Super 6 tournament is something that, just like we finished talking about right now, it's not being given the required publicity that is needed. A lot of people don't even know that we have a female league. A lot of people don't even know. We have a women's league that runs, you understand, just like the men. So it's all about branding, it's all about it. And, well, the good thing is at least we're bringing in sponsors now that are coming in, putting their money where their mouth is, trying to sponsor these things. So it's actually quite amazing. And these women teams, they're doing quite well. If you watch some of their matches, the quality is actually
You enjoy good football
exactly.
when you watch that.
Yeah, when you watch these Nigerian female teams, they give a very good account of themselves. So with the proper branding, with the proper facilities and what, I think women football in Nigeria, most especially the local league, it will go a long way, a very long way.
Hopefully everything will get better in our league. We just have to continue to push. After all, they say Rome wasn't built in a day, but we continue to push for Nigerian sport to develop. We keep promoting it. At least let's see how far we can go. Well, NWFL Super 6 there. Matches are one of the matches right now is ongoing. Nasarawa Amazon rather. They are playing their game there. Now, let's quickly talk about the one that actually happened just yesterday. Good one for Eintracht Frankfurt of Germany. For the 2 years, waiting to get this, and they scooped it via penalty shootout 5-4 against Rangers. Well, so painful for Calvin Bassey, Aribo scoring his first goal, and then Calvin Bassey getting the MVP for his club. But so painful. But for the German team, really, they fought hard to get this.
Yes. You know, a lot of people discount the Europa League and say it's the second-tier league.
They try to underestimate it.
But it is very, very difficult. It's a very difficult tournament. If you look at the number of games you actually play, against the caliber of opposition that you actually play against, I mean, like, teams, a lot of big teams were in this season's Europa League. a lot of big teams. So for you to even get to the final, that's why I say Rangers should actually walk out yesterday with their heads held high, because they didn't disappoint anyone. They came out, they gave it their all from the beginning of the tournament to the finals. They left everything on the pitch. Unfortunately, it was a penalty shootout. So it is a lottery, and at the end of the day, Frankfurt got it. But Rangers actually played a very good tournament. Frankfurt as well. So you can look at, if you look at their journeys, the individual journeys throughout the tournament, you'll see that these guys actually played some amazing football this season. And both of them actually deserve to be in that final. And I think it was really apt that it was settled via penalty shootout. And because both teams actually wanted it. They really did. And unfortunately, most of us were rooting for Rangers because of the Nigerian contingent. Because of the Nigerian contingent. Exactly, because of the Nigerian contingent at Rangers, but it's absolutely amazing. And when you look at Rangers' journey, a couple of years ago they went into administration, they were relegated in the Scottish Premier League, they came back, and now they are in the final. They came to the final of Europa League. I mean, it's a massive achievement. It's really massive. And lots of people right now are saying that it was all Steven Gerrard. He assembled the team. He did what? But they're discounting the work that Jovan Bronckhorst actually did on that team.
Has done a good job.
You understand? Because he came in when they were in the group stages, to take them from the group stages to the final of the Europa League. It's no mean feat. Van Bronckhorst actually did an amazing job. Lots of people do want to discount that and say, okay, CVG assembled the team.
We've seen coaches who actually assemble, and someone came and
disassemble everything. Exactly. So even having to build on what somebody actually achieved, it's massive. So Van Bronckhorst did a very good job, and I think this Rangers team has what it takes to probably make an European final within the near future.
I love the fact that, even though the final ended in favor of the German team, but Rangers really gave a very good fight. They tried their best, though they put the fourth string first before Intran did it. But from this competition so far, you look at the two teams, how they came, the journey from the beginning to the end. Especially you look at Intran Frankfurt, a lot of people never give them that chance. No one saw this coming, that Intran Frankfurt would be the team to actually get this done. And that's football time. You never can just say never, but just have to believe in yourself. For the team, they started just like a joke. They kept pushing till they got to the finals. And in fact, when Aribo scored that goal before they equalized, we're almost like, okay, it seems it's going the Rangers' way. Not until, some people are attaching Arsenal, with due respect to Arsenal, Ramsey coming from Arsenal to Juventus. So I still don't understand how people match this up. And now they are matching it that, okay, he has brought Arsenal's, I don't know.
It has absolutely nothing to do with it. It has absolutely nothing to do with
seriously,
it. It was a penalty shootout. Somebody had to miss.
That must be a mistake.
Exactly.
If they play 100 penalties.
Somebody had to miss. And it was just unfortunately there was...
Ramsey.
Exactly. It was Ramsey that actually came from the bench and that happened. But just like you said, both teams actually gave a very good account of themselves throughout the tournament. They played some amazing football. They deserved to be where they were, and both of them deserve to be in the final. And you wouldn't begrudge any of those teams that actually won. If Rangers had won, we'd probably be saying the same thing, because they actually deserved it. They played very good football throughout the tournament. It's just unfortunate for Rangers that it was Frankfurt's turn. Eintracht Frankfurt, a lot of people don't know this. This is a massive club. They have a lot of European pedigree.
A team that J.J. Okocha played for them.
It was a massive club. It has a lot of followership in Germany, and they had a very good European periods as well. They're actually a massive club. Yes, they've fallen by the wayside a little bit, and they're just trying to come up. But still, they are a really, really massive club, just like Rangers are, with all
both of them actually have a lot of history behind them.
Yes, they're very historic clubs. So a lot of people are right now surprised at how can the Europa League final be between Eintracht Frankfurt and they are not looking Rangers.
At what are the works they've put in
exactly,
from the beginning to the end.
Because when you talk about German football, you talk about Bayern, you talk about Dortmund, you talk about Gladbach. You understand?
Wolfsburg.
We talk about Wolfsburg, maybe a little bit of Hertha Berlin here and there, but that's that. Nobody goes and talks about... You can even talk about Hamburg. you know.
Of course, nobody thinks about Scotland, Scottish League.
Exactly, you understand. When you talk about a Scottish League, you just have
think Rangers
Celtic and Rangers.
Celtic.
Exactly, and maybe Hearts. And maybe Hearts.
Aberdeen.
Yeah, Aberdeen, Hibernian, Dundee. You know, you don't really look at these guys.
I remember then when they say Dundee United, Nigeria actually turned it around to be an abusive word.
Exactly.
Not that it's the name of a club.
Exactly. So that's what it is. A lot of people have actually been making a case that the Scottish League should be collapsed and joined with the Premier League. You understand? So that's how it is. But Rangers, Celtic, they're actually massive clubs in Scotland and the UK, and they're doing amazingly well. We really got treated to an absolutely great game yesterday in the Europa League final, and the luckiest team won.
Good one for them. Congrats to Eintracht Frankfurt of Germany for scooping the competition, Europa League, for this season. Now, let's go some transfer stories now quickly. We have two stories. Let's talk about Manchester City. They are really after a player of Leeds United called Calvin Phillips. Phillips has been outstanding in the midfield for Leeds United, but right now Man City wants to get him to replace Fernandinho. That would be a very good advantage if they can get this player. Yes,
Calvin Phillips has been, his development through, most especially this season, it's like his breakout season, and everybody got to see what he could do, got himself into the England team. He's a very good player. I don't think he's where he's been hyped to be. Yeah, because he's English. You understand? I don't think he's there yet.
But the hype from
the hype is
British press,
exactly. Right? You know, it's just like people like Declan Rice being touted for 100 and something million. Exactly. Harry Maguire, Sunday League player, being sold for 80 million. So Calvin Phillips is a good player. He's not a great player, but he's a good player, and he has the potential to actually get there. So I think it would be a good one for them to be able to get him. And I think Manchester City right now are trying to strike a balance between getting amazing foreign players and, of course, mixing it with a little bit of British talent so that they can have that sort of British identity. They got Grealish for 100 million. Now they're trying for Calvin Phillips. You know, they're trying to get that mix there as well, trying to stay politically correct. But I think it's actually a good one. It depends on how much they're going to buy him, though. You know?
Well, although they have the money, so let's see.
Yeah, they do have the money, but there's the potential for you to get robbed.
Don't be surprised the amount they will pay for this young lad.
Exactly, because if a player like Harry Maguire can be sold for 80 million.
80 million. Expect a huge amount of money. Manchester City after Calvin Phillips of Leeds United, and we have the last straw. We talk about a player from Senegal who plays for Liverpool right now, stalling to sign an extension to his contract. But from the way it is, Bayern, we reported earlier that Bayern wanted, but now it's PSG. PSG are ready to supply the cash to look for the Senegalese player who plays for Liverpool right now. They want to get Sadio Mane, in fact, involving, even Real Madrid wants that player. He's a very good player.
Sadio Mane is an amazing player.
Humble player.
Yeah, he's a fantastic player. He's an amazing player, and he's having a really, really good season. You know, both for club and country. It's been an amazing season for him, and it's no news that he's been getting these kind of offers. And it's actually
the three clubs coming: Bayern, PSG, Real Madrid.
You understand? These are massive European clubs.
And when those three clubs come for you, that shows that
you're doing something right.
There.
Exactly. I mean, like when you talk about elite players, he is an elite player. He's a world-class player that you can put, and he will get into any team. Any team in the world, Sadio Mane gets in it.
I've not seen that team in the world that will want to get Mane,
exactly.
Salah.
He gets into...
If you think right now in the world, we have almost the two best players, among the three best players, you think of Mane and Salah, both Africans.
Exactly. And the thing is, believe you me, if he had been somebody else, the hype would have been more.
Yes, okay, look at Benzema.
Exactly, you know,
Mane and Salah.
All these guys, they're not really getting the attention that they deserve because they have been having an amazing season. There's been a very, very amazing season for most, especially Sadio Mane. A lot of people have not been. He should be in the Ballon d'Or conversation.
Even Liverpool fans are not too happy for the fact that even Liverpool as a team are not putting him at that level.
Exactly, with Salah and the rest of them. You understand? Really, I really believe that. I'm not saying that he must win it, but he should be in the conversation for the Ballon d'Or this season.
That guy is a very good player. Looking at Sadio Mane, the humble Senegalese player who right now being pursued by PSG, Real Madrid, and also Bayern Munich. That will be the last draw on the show. 360 Sport on Trust TV. Ibrahim Yusuf, thank you very much.
Nice to always be here.
Good one, you look German. You just have to go now. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Thanks for watching.